culture and conversation. Culture and conversation with James and Lim. Mr. Brown. That's right, James and Lim. Mr. Brown. Hey, culture, conversation.
Welcome to a special edition of Culture and Conversations. Today, host James Morrell sat down with his own dad to answer some questions prepared by his sister. Sit back and enjoy this impromptu conversation with a father and son.
What is the one thing you admire most about each other?
The fact that we're honest with each other. That's how we feel about each other. There's a lot of love between me and my son, so that's what I feel.
What's the question again?
What is the one thing you admire most about each other?
That what Dad said, and then everything. Just I'm just proud to be a part of a legacy with our last name, and proud to be the only one. Everybody else want to be his son, but I'm the only one. And just the way he kept us and took care of us. In so many different ways. Oh, and Dad is a worshiper. Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Okay. What does being a man mean to you?
Having a truck. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Honestly, it means that I've accomplished a boyhood, a childhood into I've grown with each year until I reached the manhood of having a family. And now that I have a family, the taking care of my family, it means that much to me, that I have that responsibility, and I adore it. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's responsibility, being accountable, holding yourself down, because what you do affects everybody, especially your children.
Right.
And the sacrifice. It is not so much the material things or the external things that people talk about. It's a lot of the internal things. And a huge one is respecting legacy. So you've been taught well, and you got to carry that forward. You can't ignore stuff that you've been taught, or you can't, if you have been taught, you have to use those lessons. So that's
Good idea, too. What's a family story? No, I'm sorry. If you could relive one day in your life, what would it be? If you could relive one day in your life, what would that day be?
To start with, it would be the birth of my first child, and of course the marriage to my wife. But it'd be the birth of my first child.
Yeah.
How did that change your life?
Well, it made me appreciate the fact that if I had to work harder to take care of that extra child, I would, because eventually there would be more children. But to know that a second job is not going to hurt anything if I'm taking care of my family proper, that's what it means to me. Yeah.
For me, the day that I would relive, there's a lot of them. A lot of what I would relive would be things with Mom, would be with her mother, because I think one of the days would be when I wrote my book, and she was so surprised. She was so shocked. You got to ask me, who wrote this? Who wrote this part? Who wrote that part? And I would relive that. We would spend more time. Yeah. And we would dig into it and we would have more conversation about it. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff that I just wish you was here for.
You had to hear a lot of, well, why did you write? Why? Why?
You
Yeah.
already know.
Couldn't you
Yeah.
have said
What you
something
mean by
else?
that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered?
as somebody that tried to please the Lord, trying and because I appreciate all that He has done for me and my family, and just to know that uh, I love Him for who He is and what He is and what He's done for this family. That I would like to be known for that, and I appreciate Him so that I can't worship Him, I can't praise Him enough. He just means that much to me. Not always, I don't always get my blessings answered, but eventually he doesn't ring a bell. He just does it. And that's what I appreciate most about the Lord in my life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Amen.
I think I want to be remembered as a resilient warrior, as a survivor, and as let's see, as a Morel, as a descendant, as a junior
Mhm.
of greatness down through the years. You know.
Mhm.
Okay, don't sing. Right.
Okay. So let me ask you another question. What's your favorite childhood memory of our family? Your favorite childhood memory of our family?
You know, I have a it may not, it comes close.
Mhm.
I'll put it like that. Because when you guys were small, little ones, and we used to go out to the drive-in theater, and you guys would be out there in the car with us, and me and mom would be saying, "Oh, honey, but what we gonna do when we get home? They're gonna be running and rambling, and they won't go to sleep." But I always told them, I said, "Well, baby, just let me take one at a time for a ride, because they fall asleep riding.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And lo and behold, I do that. I get that one of y'all back home. I just hollering. I said, "You're supposed to be sleeping." Because you would always, anytime we rode in the car somewhere, y'all would fall asleep.
Yeah,
But
so true.
yes,
That was one
yes.
of my favorite childhood memories. Just falling asleep because we
Yeah.
would always have our shoes and socks off,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
windows
yeah,
down in
yeah.
the car, the
Oh,
wind blowing,
man.
and we just were out.
Oh, heck.
That's
yeah.
one of the favorite memories.
Yeah, that's
I remember
one
going to the
one
drive-in
of
too.
many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but one of my favorite memories. Well, I always just say it like this, and I always say it like this. I kind of shock people. Was that every Saturday morning, I wake up to mom screaming. She was screaming every Saturday morning, but
Yeah.
we would peep out the room, and then you would hear her. After she screamed, she's cracking up laughing because Dad is tickling her every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And for a kid to know that your parents are okay, and you just go back in your room and you laugh and you giggle to yourself, and it's the most peace I think a kid could ever have.
Well, I was laughing mainly because I didn't have to go to work on Saturday. A lot of Saturdays, because I did work Saturdays, but not every Saturday.
Yeah.
Some Saturdays I got off,
Yeah.
and we always enjoyed each other's company when we could be together,
Yeah.
and when we weren't tired, but just having each other, and the children.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, and there's nothing like having a family that's settled and we don't have a lot of problems in the house.
Yeah. We're a pretty happy bunch.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely. Was there ever a time you didn't understand each other but later did?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you there was, because things transpired in our lives that we weren't really clear on. And my son, he didn't tell me, he didn't want to tell me. And so it rode on, but eventually it came out, and I understood well why it wasn't discussed. But uh, it all cleared up. It cleared up. It cleared up.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah.
Really did. So
Yeah. It was, and there was, it's funny because Dad was the type of father that it's on some level that a lot of people had.
mm,
Work real hard, bring home, but we weren't real close until years later.
yeah.
Years
That's
later.
right.
So it's like when we finally started talking to each other,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I remember Dad would go places and Mom would say, "Take your son with you,"
Mhm.
but he was being him and I was being me.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
eventually, and I like to think that one day I just decided I'm gonna go in the car. 'Cause I probably was tired of Mom saying something.
Yeah.
I got in the car with them, and Dad was okay. So I'm on the passenger side. Dad's like this, He's like,
Yeah.
he was like, I'm going by myself. You going with me, but I'm by myself.
Yeah.
But we just started talking from there, riding in the car, and me asking a whole bunch of stupid questions.
But you know what? A lot of that time I was going to places that I didn't want to take you to.
Oh yeah.
And that's why one day I took all of you in a bar
Yep.
to let you see what's going on in there.
We went to the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back
With
in the
the
day.
bar.
Right.
And I dared anybody. I said, don't nobody in here cuss. My kids in here, I was wrong, but I mean, I'm just showing y'all.
Little kids sitting at the
Well,
bar,
yeah,
Dad's
yeah,
threatening
yeah.
everybody not to cuss.
Yeah, boy. But that's just showing you what I be doing in there, Some of the things.
That's a good memory.
Shooting pool,
That was good.
shooting dice and all that stuff,
So, what advice would you give your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self?
Well, I would tell you first that I would open up sooner.
You tell
I
yourself
would-
to open up.
I would
Mhm.
talk
Yeah.
sooner.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
trusted my parents and everybody
Mhm.
sooner. My trust was shot as a kid. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I would do. What
Mhm.
about you, Dad?
I would
For your
I would practice honesty because having been raised in a family of 3 stepmothers, you didn't know how to approach them. With the truth, you couldn't do that
yeah.
because they didn't understand the truth. They didn't want to hear the truth because they didn't like me no how.
Mm-hmm.
So, but today, if I had to go through that again, they would know the real me.
Mm.
They would be honest with them because they can't do no more than they did.
Yeah.
With honest truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the funniest person in the family?
I'm sitting next to him. I'm sitting next to him. Mhm.
Your son?
Yeah, my
I
son.
don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, see, we're laughing now because we know.
we
I
I can't pretend. I
You do
am
some funny
I
things.
have a different side. When I'm with people, in
Yeah.
front of people, you would never see it. But when I come
Yeah.
home, oh yeah. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Oh my God.
it's ab work. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun. We laugh
We
real
just
hard.
Mhm.
laughed real
Yeah,
hard.
We
real
do.
hard.
About an hour ago.
About an hour ago.
Mhm.
I'm choking on my
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. What are you most grateful for today?
I see. I will answer that with a who.
Who are you most grateful for then?
Jesus.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And why is that?
Because of who he is. He's a savior. He's my savior. He's everything I could ever need. He's my provider. He is. He blesses this family. Bless my children. Everybody's in church, serving him. That's who I most admire and adore.
Right.
Jesus. Mhm.
Well, and I knew that would be Dad's answer because I understand and I agree.
Mhm.
To single out one person is hard. The first person would be Dad. I mean, like our parents. You know what I mean? Be the first people. Then of course, then my sisters are next, and my daughter, of course,
Mhm.
and then whoever else you way down the line. But I'm kidding, just kidding. But I mean, just the people that I because you don't always appreciate or even love the people that you grew up with or the people that you are called family. But I do. I love our family. I like
Mhm.
everything about all of us. So
Mhm.
God first, and then family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, this
You
is
know, I could say this too
Mhm.
with family. It takes time to learn more about your family. You know, things you thought were true were not, or vice versa. You know, so it's a matter of time too, and love. You know.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's interesting that um,
Now I'm
parents.
not talking about my children. I'm talking about family as
Oh,
a
family
whole.
is yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, well.
Like.
yeah. Is it? Yeah. I just agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
concur.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one lesson you learned growing up that still guides you today?
Whew.
You know, I put it like this: uh, thievery,
Okay.
stealing. When I was a young kid, my my uncle-in-law, asked me to work in the service. He let me work in the service station with me. He had a service station, and you know, he let me go out and clean windows off and stuff, and clean the office. One time, I was in there, and there was a dime laying on the counter,
Mhm.
Mm.
and I put it in my pocket. You know, and he never said anything to me. He just said, "Well, I guess I won't need you anymore. You know, you worked out pretty good."
Wow.
But I knew why it was. I knew why he let me go. You see, and I said, ever, ever since after that, I said it just doesn't pay to take anything that doesn't belong to you. You know,
Right.
Mm.
I mean, and I'm glad I learned it at an early age because it means so much to me even today. You know, I could cheat on my tax or uh, on just on anything, but I just choose not to do that. You know,
Right.
because I learned a valuable lesson.
My biggest one, the biggest one for me, and this is not trying to, this is the truth. It came from Dad. It is watching him, what I call, be graceful,
Mhm.
Mhm.
because I've learned, and then I learned also from our pastor, who said,
Mhm.
"Don't ever rush to do anything." And
Right.
sometimes, like when you get mad at somebody, your first thought is usually the worst thought,
Mhm.
and that's going to take you into something else. But I always watch Dad wait instead of react, wait and think about it, and give you that, you know, um, that you never gonna get to make him blow up or go off. Nope,
Mhm.
and still get out of character. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's you. That's what you want to do, and that
Mhm.
was the end of it.
Yeah.
Because and I learned that even in being married, that both of us can't be screaming to the top of our lungs. And
True.
so, and you have to have that, as a man, you have to have that peace. If you have to be in your position, even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned. Yeah, the gracefulness. Hmm.
What
Mhm.
is one thing you admire most about each other?
You already asked that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, what tradition do you hope our family keeps alive?
Hmm. Coming together.
Respect.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Simple.
and food
Mhm.
and eating a lot. What else?
Okay.
Respect.
Yeah, having fun.
Respect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that. Yes,
Mhm.
respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the hardest challenge you've overcome?
Alcohol for me.
Alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's a tough one.
Okay. If you don't have
Um,
an answer, we can go to the next.
no, let me think for a second. Resentment, anger. I think um, because I felt justified with being angry for a lot of different things, several different people. but I've had to grow past that. You know, like I said, they had to release myself from the hatred and the anger and the I'm not anger is not the right word. It's another word. Have, practice forgiveness. That was the toughest one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, funny question. Who was the troublemaker growing up?
No, I mean,
Uh,
your
you know, I'm just thinking about somebody that, you know, that would go in their room and mess with his sister's stuff
Yes.
and make her mad just to see him holler. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do stuff in their closet, might erase stuff or write
Wait a
stuff
minute.
in there.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about somebody who thought it was fun to throw gravel at his sister's mouth. You forgot about you forgot you told us about that.
Yeah, yeah.
His sister
Well,
wanted some candy, and she's like, "Oh, hold out
had-
your hand and
You see the
close your
scar
eyes."
right there?
Yeah.
One of my sisters did that. And
Was it
so,
gravel? When I ate gravel as a candy?
yeah,
Hey,
she did that with a butcher knife. She had a temper, you
Ooh,
know.
Lord.
She whack. And boy,
what about the butcher knives?
my father beat her down to the floor. Boy, I was so
Oh.
happy. Said, "Beat her some more, Daddy. Beat her some more." Yes, Lord. That's when we lived in North Kansas City in that
Mhm.
boxcar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What does success mean to you?
Yeah.
Um, uh, you know, when you set a goal in life to measure yourself by, you know, uh, like if you want your family to have the best of everything, you try to do that, and you do that. You know, like we always had cars. You know, we've always had a home. We had two homes. That's a measure of success. You know, because we always were able to eat. You know, so it's just things like that the daily living, you know, and the means to do it.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with that. But I want to
Yeah.
add something to it because we got from this house, from this home, and hopefully we're giving it to our kids is when success to me is when you can create stability inwardly for somebody too, and they can find peace because of you. They you know they don't want to commit suicide or whatever because they know they have you.
Mm-hmm.
They know that they can go to you or something.
Yeah.
But surely what Dad said, this is
Mhm.
just on top of that, along with that. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
What moment changed your life forever?
I will say his name is Jesus. Jesus.
Okay.
Just to have his nearness, you know, to wake up in the morning, realize that he kept you all through the night.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when my wife, she would get sick, you know, and all through the night we'd be running to the hospital and running back home. And, you know, but he kept us through all of that, you know. And he blessed us with 58 years of marriage, you know. So, yeah. So that in particular. And my children, of course, you know. But, yeah.
For me, there's so many, but just to pick one, losing my mother.
Yeah.
Because it's the one thing that I thought I couldn't survive. The
Mhm.
one thing that has always been in the back of my mind would be doomsday. And you can't handle that. But when it happened, it was completely different. It was hard. It was so hard for her. And not saying that it's easier now, but it changed everything. It changed everything. From that day, I moved to Dallas, so Texas.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and having a baby, being a daddy,
Yeah.
being a daddy myself, that changed everything. Oof.
Mhm.
I remember when I first saw my daughter, I was like, I looked at her and she was so beautiful. I said, I literally looked up like, why would you do this? Why would you give me her? She's too beautiful. She's too delicate. She's like, no.
Mhm.
Too much.
Yeah.
What advice would you give each other today?
Wow.
Man up,
Man up.
man up. You know, there's many ways to be a man, but we're through being boys. You know, in some situations where you might feel like you want to go to blows with somebody, you know, but it ain't about that. It's about peace if you can, you know, and avoid those situations where you might have to bang somebody. You never know, but you know, just be cool. In other words,
Chill.
be cool. Be like our president, Barack Obama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be cool. Be cool.
I agree.
I like his manners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are things Dad has already told me. Advice to give, Dad? Let me see.
Not that. Learn technology, maybe.
Yeah, learn to work your phone. How about it?
My mom said.
Yeah. What's my pin number?
Take your medicine on time. Let
Yeah.
me see, what else?
How did they have my pin number and I didn't?
Who?
I don't know, but we'll talk about it.
Oh.
Okay, so.
Oh, we're leaving that in. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got rapid fire. This is the rapid fire round.
Go.
First
Ready.
thing that comes to you, just answer. If you don't have one, just say I don't have one. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Tea.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Morning.
Favorite meal your mom or grandmother made?
Fried chicken.
Lasagna.
Biggest pet peeve? I'll come back.
No. Mean people.
Mean people?
Mean
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
On purpose.
Yeah.
You agree?
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
One word that describes our family.
Love.
Family, favorite vacation memory.
We never went on a cruise, did we?
No, we ain't going. We sort of went on a cruise.
You know.
We took that 5-hour boat trip down the Mississippi
Oh,
River.
Yeah, I was just thinking
in
about
Louisiana.
that.
Was
Yeah.
my favorite one. It was the one that I remember the most. It was not fun. But
Yeah.
you know what, Dad? Going to state parks.
State park.
Going
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
Visit the state
Took
parks.
family vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure did.
And the time we stayed, remember we stayed in that it was a suite somewhere, and I thought we
Overflow the dishwasher.
The dishwasher, yeah. Yeah, New Orleans.
Like, what?
yeah, New Orleans, that was one of the favorites.
Yeah.
Except for the 5-hour boat.
What's your dream destination?
Dad.
Heaven.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about on Earth?
Heaven?
You still want that Alaskan cruise? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. If you pay for it, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Might
Yeah.
happen.
All right.
For me, dream vacation.
Dream destination.
Really anywhere that is memorable. Have a good time the whole time. Come back with great memories, feeling good, rested. Anywhere.
Favorite movie.
Meet Joe Black. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Meet Joe Black with Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins.
I don't have a favorite movie.
Westerns.
Well, I like Western movies. Yeah.
Right. Western
Yeah.
TV show. One piece of advice everyone should hear.
Stay calm.
Stay calm.
Yeah. Stay calm. Stay calm.
Respect
Yeah.
people.
Respect people.
Yeah. No matter what.
Okay. Because as our grandfather said,
Everybody's somebody.
and
And
nice.
nice to be nice.
Nice to be nice. That's right.
That was
All
his
right.
motto.
Yes.
All right. Well, Dad, what do you think? Good?
Hey, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, this is salute to all the fathers out there. And happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
And this is my dad. And I want you all to know that we are done.
All right.
That's what
Good.
you want.